Joining us now, she is just won for the second time in a few weeks the D1 Softball Freshman of the Year. She's won also her fourth Big Ten Freshman of the Year. She's 17-1 on the circle with 1.17 ERA, helping lead Penn State to their best start in program history, 28-8, 7-2 in the Big Ten. I speak of Bridget Nemeth, the freshman phenom, joining us here on In the Circle on D1 Softball. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just I want to kind of get you back to that Nebraska series, a wild series where you win the series, but Sunday in particular. And oddly, I'm going to ask you about an at bat that you had, top of the seventh, and it was the biggest game. You're down in the game, and you hit your first hit, which is a two-run homer to tie the game up. Just take me through that at bat.
So my at-bats before I saw a lot of pitches from this pitcher already, so I kind of knew what she was throwing, and it was a long at-bat. I was battling. She was throwing pitches. I was fouling them off, and then it got to 3-2, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna hit it. I'm just gonna swing at a good pitch. So then I swung at a good pitch, and it happened. I happened to hit it. So
Did
it
you
was a
know?
long at-bat, but yeah,
Did you know it was gone when they hit it?
yeah, I kind of did. Like you could see in the video, I like put my hands up because you know when you hit a home run, you just feel it. So I kind of felt it, and yeah.
You had 14 strikeouts in that game and a career high to win the series. What's that like? To not only hit a home run, but then you get the win, you win the series. Describe those feelings of that had to be right up there as well, a confidence booster.
Yeah. I mean, that was definitely my favorite Big Ten series, but it was just an awesome feeling. Like just the energy. We were obviously away too, so just our team's energy was awesome. And yeah, it was a really cool feeling. But it was a really tough fought series, and that was a great way to end it.
What describe your team for those that maybe haven't followed you on a daily basis? How would you describe Penn State softball 2024?
I would describe our team as just a family. Like we're a family. We love each other through wins, through losses, no matter what. I think we all work really well together, and we're a really gritty team too. So, I mean, you could see like we fight till the very end. We've won some really good games with that, and I think it's just our culture that makes us able to win these games because we just support each other, we cheer each other on, and everyone has a role in the team, and it takes all of us to win games.
Let's talk a little bit about you coming into Penn State. Obviously, they had a great pitcher in Bailey Partial who set a lot of records last year. First, did you watch Bailey Partial pitch? Because I would assume you were committed, you were ready to go to Penn State. You see her do what she did. What was your impression of her when you saw her play from afar?
Yeah, I mean, she's an awesome pitcher. I watched a lot of games. I watched a lot of Big Ten games last year. I committed pretty late. So once I committed, obviously, though, I watched all the games I could, and she was an amazing pitcher. And yeah, they did really well with her and all the other pitchers too.
I remember in Boca, I think it was maybe opening weekend or so, when you beat Arkansas. How
Mhm.
big of a confidence booster was that for you personally and for the team?
Yeah, I mean, coming in, I was nervous going into that game, but Paige and Maddie, the other pitchers, had already started off really well. So I was like, we got this. And we were talking about it from the beginning of the game. We just had a feeling that we were going to win that game. And obviously, it was a huge upset for us. But at the beginning of the game, we're like, we're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. So it was a huge confidence booster, I think, for the whole team because it really showed us we can do these things. We can do big things. So it was an amazing win. And the feelings were just awesome. It was an awesome way to start a season.
Describe playing for Coach Crowell.
Coach is an amazing coach. You talk about confidence. She really instills confidence in her players. And I mean, she's great to play for. She's a great coach, and we all really love her.
What got you into playing softball as you grew up?
I have two older sisters and an older brother, and they all play softball. My two sisters play softball in college, and my brother plays baseball. So we're a really sport family. And I played a bunch of sports growing up. I played volleyball, I played soccer, I played basketball. But softball was just the one that stuck. And I think I really liked playing with my sisters too, because we would always go to the field and hit. My sisters would bullpen catch for me. So I always had someone to play softball with. So it just got to be something I loved. And then once it got to a time to pick a sport, I picked softball.
Your two sisters, Melissa and Virginia, I believe, play at Concordia, Irvine, right? Where
Yes, they
Crystal
do.
Rosenthal is the head coach. They have a great program there in D2. Describe growing up together. You mentioned you're all athletes. You all
Yeah.
like competition. How competitive did you all get with each other?
Yes, very competitive in anything. We're all just so competitive. Even my parents too. We go play pickleball. We're all trying to win. We're all like yelling at each other. We just everything we're competitive in. So it's really awesome to grow up with that and like just really made me have the competitive spirit I do because I never want to lose. And they just like built me into what I am. I don't even want to lose to my sister, no matter what we're playing. Like I just have the competitive spirit and it was just so much fun playing with them growing up.
I
Really
would
great.
imagine, yeah, you don't want to hear about it if you lost because you never hear the end of it
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
I hear that you all play pickleball?
Yeah, we play pickleball.
How did you pick? I mean, that's become a popular, huge sport now. Pickleball.
Yeah.
I always watch the celebrities even play. Where Steffi Graf recently played it with Andre Agassi and stuff. How did you all pick up pickleball?
Yeah, well, my dad actually joined a pickleball club. He can't play any other sports now, but he's in a pickleball club and he started playing and he really got us into it. Like we would just go to the court with him one day, and now we all love it and we play a lot as family, so it's fun.
That's pretty amazing. How did that competitiveness, growing up around that, maybe has helped you succeed here at this level so quickly?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really grateful for my siblings, but it was just always instilled in me like I want to win, I want to win. So I don't know. I feel like that's a big part of who I am today. Like I couldn't do without my siblings, so.
How'd you end up deciding to go to Penn State?
Yeah, I mean, the distance is obviously a little bit far, so it wasn't exactly what I expected, but I came to visit and I just fell in love with the campus. I really loved the coaches, and I also really liked the weather too. I kind of like the seasons that we have, which is kind of a rare answer, but I just fell in love with school and I couldn't imagine going anywhere else.
Do you remember the first time you walked on campus?
Yeah, I do. It
What
was
was it like?
I actually came during the summer too, so it was warm. But it was just the moment I walked on campus, I was like, this is awesome. We were driving around. I just loved the feel of it. The football is awesome. I saw the football stadium. I was like in awe of everything we have here. So it was just like I stepped on and I was like, I want to go here. It was
Have you attended a Penn State football game, more specifically the whiteout game?
Yes, I did go to the Whiteout game and we
Woo!
actually had recruits. So we got to go on the field with them, which was really awesome. Um, yeah, so it's surreal. There's just nothing like it.
I was gonna say, what's it like? I've never. I mean, everybody says that's like the event. Everybody circles the whiteout. Eh, Having gone through it as an experience, what describe that experience? What's it like to be at a Penn State football game in a whiteout, which is among many people's bucket list when it comes to sports?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. The stadium's packed, so loud you can barely hear anything. And just like really that culture of Penn State football is just really amazing. You especially see that at the whiteout game. But I actually been to two too, because I went on my official visit and then I went to one this year. But it's just amazing, especially being on the field before and like the players like running out, like the music, everything about it. It's definitely my favorite sporting event that I've ever been to.
I props to you, getting two out of it, and still more to
Yeah,
come.
I
Uh,
know. Exciting.
which teammates is taking you under your wing? Maybe a veteran player. Who are some of the veteran leaders on this team that maybe it's helped you kind of through learn not just college playing softball, but also the academic side. You're balancing both.
Yeah, I mean, we have some amazing girls on our team, smart. We have really good leaders too. Kate Morrison is one of our fifth year seniors. She really took all the freshmen under her wing and really taught us like the way of things. But I'd say Kate Morrison, Amanda, those are all like all of the upperclassmen are great. And I think they've all really been really good role models for us to look up to. And they know what it's like playing college softball. Um, so it's been really great to learn from them and like in academics too with everything.
As softball fans get to know you, what's a couple things you want them to know about you as a player? What do they want to know about Bridget Nemeth that people should know about?
Bridget Nemeth, I don't know. I love to compete. Um, I don't know. I love to win. I just love to play, honestly. I don't even care where I'm playing. I could be playing outfield and I love to play. So I just every time I step on the field, I love it.
You're the type to just like to compete at anything, aren't you? I feel
That's
like
it.
I feel like you're one that if there's a race to the bus, you're right in the mix in the middle of that.
Well, I don't know how fast I am, but I'll at least try. I don't know if I'm winning, but I'll be in the race.
That's fair. When you look at obviously describing you as a player, for those that haven't seen you play, describe yourself as a type of player if they watch you play.
Yeah, well, I usually try to keep my composure. I mean, I get excited sometimes, but we've always talked about, especially like my dad, who's always like came to all of my games, watched me play my whole life. So he kind of really instilled in me like just being even, just being level and trying to keep your composure. Like we always talk about, a runner gets on base, you get the next one out. So I'd say a big thing I try to focus on is keeping my composure no matter what. Um, yeah. And we also always talk about let the defense work. Doesn't matter how you get outs as long as you get them. Doesn't matter if it's a ball at the warning track and it's an out. Like it doesn't matter. So that's what I try to think about too. Um, but yeah, I'd say a big thing is composure that I try to work on.
You've won many accolades as a freshman, more than any most Penn State softball players ever have. Do you remember the first time you won the D1 Softball Freshman of the Week a few weeks back, or when you won the Big Ten Freshman of the Week in those accolades? Do you remember that first time you won it earlier this year?
Yeah, I do.
How'd you react?
I was really excited first of all. I mean, we have an amazing team. I wouldn't be even getting anything like this if I wasn't on the team that I am. So I'm really grateful for all of them. But when I first saw like the first weekend, I started crying. I was calling my family and they were all crying because it's not something that you expect, and I'm just really grateful for all of it.
Did you have favorite athletes growing up, or a softball player, or any athletes that kind of inspired you?
Yeah, I mean, Jenny Finch is a big one. But in recent years, it's really been Montana Fouts. I love watching her play. So she's been a big inspiration to me. So I just love to watch softball, but I would say Montana Fouts.
It's a
It's a
great
big one.
choice. I just got to spend time with her. She did an opening night dinner. She's a class act,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
she's pretty good. Moving forward now, you still got a lot of softball to go. You're hosting Michigan State this weekend. What's going to be some of the keys for your team to keep this going and move forward to possibly a Big Ten championship, obviously contender, and then obviously hopefully the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about 1-0, so we try to focus on just the next game ahead. So, well, Big Tens is obviously coming up, and that's a huge thing. Regionals is our goal. We try to focus on 1-0, so we're talking about just Michigan State first game Friday and going 1-0 on that day. So, I'm really excited. Like our team, we obviously have a lot of momentum from last weekend, like winning such a big series. So we're just trying to focus on what's ahead of us, and like we're excited, but we're trying to stay within the moment, stay in the present.
Speak of your catchers, because that's a big part of your success too, as you mentioned it. You don't usually a successful catcher helps a successful pitcher.
Yeah. Gabby's amazing. She's caught most of the games this year, and just I love having her behind the plate. She's like steady, like she makes you feel calm. She really cheers on her pitchers. She's a great catcher. I couldn't ask for anything else.
Who was a player or two on the team that you're like, you know what? Make sure you bring up this player when you talk about Penn State, because without these particular players, we wouldn't be as successful. That maybe doesn't get the notoriety or the credit.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gabby's a huge one. She's really a leader on our team too. I would say Maddie Seidel is a huge person that she calls all like a lot of the pitches. She does all the charts. She's just such a smart person, and really like we couldn't do without her. Also a huge play. I don't know if you guys know about this, but in the Nebraska series last week, there was a play where the runner stole second, and actually a girl in our dugout, Lydia Spalding, she saw the runner leave, and she goes, "She's early, she's early." So she like made a huge play that really got the moment our way. So that was awesome too. And really, every person on the team is important. Everyone has a role, and we always talk about that. And we need all 22 of us to do it.
Very tight group, by what it sounds like.
Yeah. Yes.
Last question: you got a lot of softball in your career ahead of you, but what's your goals after beyond softball?
Um, well, my goals of playing softball, I would love professional softball if I could, but that is still is kind of in softball. But I'm majoring in agricultural business, so I would like to do something with agriculture, go into sales, and yeah.
Well, good. We got a lot of softball between now and then. So in the meantime, let's enjoy this. Thank you so much for taking the time. Congrats on the success to this point. Good luck the rest of the way. Thanks for talking to us, and good luck the rest of the season. And hope to talk to you down the road.
Of course. Thank you so much.